So today we take one more topic. That day we did complete NAT with port redirection also. Okay. If anything is remaining, I'll show you in GUI also. Once I connect GUI, I gave you this file also, where I gave you the example of one-to-one mapping. How to see the translation table. Show xlate is the command. What is the uh, meaning of inside and outside and DMZ and outside? How the static works, how dynamic works, how one-to-one, one-to-many, one-to-few, one-to interface works. Okay. What is the meaning of inside local, inside global, outside local, outside global? What is PAT also? Now one more topic is there, ether channel. Now I think all of you know what is the meaning of ether channel, but still I'll try to give you a brief knowledge about ether channel also. When switches, hello, anyone have any doubt, you can ask me for NAT. Okay, now also, and afterwards also you can ask me, not a problem. Okay. So when we talk about ether channel, hello, any doubt? Hello. Okay. So let's start with ether channel. When switching came in the LAN infrastructure in the start topology, redundancy was important. They started doing redundancy, and when they started doing redundancy, there were loops, broadcast storm, MAC table instability, multiple frame copies. These were some of the loops they found out. And in order to avoid this loops, okay, in order to avoid this loop, they came out with STP, spanning tree protocol. Okay. Now, when they came out with this spanning tree protocol, that is layer 2, in order to avoid the layer 2 switching loop, spanning tree would always do what? Like for example, in this scenario also, if you see, if spanning tree notice there are two links between two switches or between switch and a router or a firewall, spanning tree is going to make one link as block link. So if there are two links, one will always go block. So at any given time, only one link will work. Suppose you connect 4 links in the bundle, or 4 links for doing redundancy, not in the bundle. I'm not just talking about ether channel, just talking we are doing redundancy. That time is going to block 3 links. We want to avoid layer 2 switching loops. And to avoid layer 2 switching loops,
please share the screen.
yeah. So I was just telling you that it is very important that redundancy. First of all, important is what? Redundancy. So in order to do redundancy, you're going to connect 1 cable, 2 cable, 3 cable, 4 cables. And spanning tree is also important because spanning tree is going to avoid layer 2 switching loops. So in order to avoid layer 2 switching loops, spanning tree protocol, they came out with spanning tree protocol, and spanning tree protocol working is like that he's going to find out the redundant links. He will keep only the primary link up, and other links he is going to block it out. Block it out means physically they are up, virtually they are blocked. Now the question is, I want a throughput. I want a good throughput. Because whenever the traffic comes in from internet or whenever the traffic visits my servers, I want a good throughput. I want good speed. So what is the next solution? I remove spanning tree. But if I remove spanning tree, what is going to happen? Loop. So I want to keep spanning tree also, I want to keep redundancy also, I want to keep everything perfect. So they came out with a solution called EtherChannel bundle. If you do EtherChannel bundle, actually you're doing what? You are aggregating. You're showing this 4 links as only single link. So if this is a single link, at least my spanning tree is not going to touch him. Like for example, suppose this 2 switch is having 1 link, and if you add 1 more link, is going to block it. So if I bundle it, it will be considered only 1 link. So if this is a bundle of 2 link, I'm going to get total 400 Mbps bandwidth if it is a 100 Mbps link, because 100 Mbps plus 100 is 200, and always remember throughput is always calculated transmitting and receiving. So I'm going to get 400. But if I don't do ether channel bundle, I'm going to get only 200 Mbps. Why? Because my spanning tree is going to block 1 link. So when I do ether channel bundling, I actually increases the throughput, I increases the bandwidth, I increases the overall capacity of the links to carry the traffic. How? I am not allowing spanning tree to block them. But remember, at the same time, I am also avoiding loops. Spanning tree is still active. Only thing is, I am telling him that this is just 1 link. This is just 1 link. This is just 1 link. So what is ether channel? Ether channel is nothing but aggregating. Ether channel is nothing but bundling of links. For what? For increasing the throughput. So if you are making a bundle of 4 links, suppose, you're going to make it what? 800 Mbps. If you're bundling it with 8 links, you're going to make 1600 Mbps. 800 here and 800 here. So when you bundle, it becomes what? If you bundle with fast Ethernet, then it becomes fast Ethernet, fast Ether channel, FEC. Suppose nowadays we don't have fast Ethernet, so we have gig ports on the switch. So if you are making a bundle of 2 links and both the links are gigabit, then you are going to make this bundle as GEC, gigabit ether channel, because this is 1G, 1G, 1G and 1G. So it is in 2 link bundle, you are going to get 4 Gbps throughput. And if you make 4 link bundle, you are going to get 8 Gbps throughput. And if you are going to add 8 links, then you are going to get 16 Gbps, gigabit per second, Gbps, gigabit ethernet speed, 16. And suppose if you have a link of 10G, then this is 10 GEC, 10 gigabit ether channel. Now, how many links you can add in a bundle? So initially they said minimum 2 links will make an ether channel bundle. You can also make of 4 links, and you can also make of 8 links. But remember, don't go beyond 8 links. You cannot have more than 8 links. That means if you do also, it is not going to make any sense. Like for example, if you have 8 links, suppose you say you made 10 links. Always remember, if you made a bundle, if you make a bundle of 10 links also, then the ether channel bundle will be always made of 8 links only. 2 links will be idle. But you see, in industry, many times people will take 10 links. They know these 2 links will not be used, but still they are going to take 10 links. Why? Because in case if anything happens in the 8 links, they can immediately, the bundle can immediately take that spare links from that and keep the bundle. Okay, so always remember ether channel bundle is made up of minimum 2 links, 4 links and 8 links. If you add 10 links also, it is going to be maximum 8 links only. But somebody said no, I want to make 16 link bundle. No, if you want to make 16 link bundle, then you make 2 bundle, each of 8 links. That is allowed. But one bundle cannot have more than 8 links. Clear? Now again, ether channel is also in two types: layer 2 ether channel and layer 3 ether channel. Now whenever you do ether channel, what happens? Automatically one port channel get created. What is this port channel? It is nothing but logical interface representing that port channel. Whenever you do what? Ether channel, a port channel is always created. What is port channel? It is actually representing those links, those bundle. Clear? I hope you understood the basic of ether channel, that you can have a minimum bundle of 2 link, 4 link and 8 link. If you add 10 links or 12 links also, still it will use only 8 links, not more than 8 links. You can make ether channel between 2 switch, and it can be layer 2, it can be layer 3. Now in this scenario, if you see ASA and switch, now again the question arises whether ASA support ether channel. Yes, ASA support ether channel. Okay, now there is some prerequisite for forming the ether channel bundle. And what is that prerequisite? Always remember the speed of the links should be same on both the side. The bandwidth of the links, like say one link is of fast ethernet, one link of 1 gig and one link of 10G. No, not like that. If you are using a bundle, if you are making a ether channel bundle of 2 link, both the link should be having the same speed. So speed, duplex setting, if it is full duplex, both of them should be in full duplex mode. Bandwidth same, speed same. Suppose if you are making it trunk, then both of them should be trunk. Both the links in a bundle should be trunk. One cannot be access, one cannot be trunk. Or if you are making it access, see that both of them are access. If you are making it trunk, see that both of them are trunk. So always remember there is some prerequisite for forming an ether channel bundle. What is that prerequisite? The speed, the duplex setting, the bandwidth, trunking, everything has to be same on both the switches. Clear with the prerequisite? Now it becomes very important that how you are going to send the traffic across those links. Like for example, you have 2 links. Okay, so 2 links, 0 link and 1 link, and you made a bundle. No loop. Okay, there is no loop. Spanning tree is also happy. You are also happy. You got the throughput. Now the question arises, if this is the server and if this is the client, and if this client is trying to access some file from the server, how the traffic is going to go? It will go from this link, it will go from this link, or it will go from both the link 50-50, that is load balancing. So in Etherchannel there is no load balancing actually. Load balancing means the traffic won't be load balanced between both the links. There is some kind of algorithm which is going to be used for sending and receiving the traffic. And what are those options available? You have in layer 3 you have source IP address, destination IP address, source and destination combination. In layer 2 you have source MAC, destination MAC, and a combination of source destination MAC. If you are using layer 4, that is transport layer, then it is source port, destination port, and a combination of source and destination port. So distribution of traffic, the term is load balance, but it is not doing load balancing. So the algorithm or the options available to do load balancing, though it is not doing load balancing. So you have this combination, you have this combination, you have a combination of source port, destination port, and source destination port. You can use any of this. You have some default load balancing methodology also available. Okay, so when I say show we have not just created, so I'll show you later on. Otherwise on switches and all you have methodology where you can also see which load balancing methodology is default. Here also you have a command to check it out, you can check it out. Okay, on some switches you have source destination IP address as the default load balancing method. Like for example, if I go here and say show Etherchannel load balance, you see you have Etherchannel load balancing source destination IP, because they say this is the good combination. Why they say this is a good combination? Because when you select source and destination combination, the traffic is distributed properly, or you can say in a very good manner. How? I will show you. If it is only source, what will happen, and if it is only destination, what will happen. So for example, your client is having an IP address of 192.168.10.2, and your server is having an IP address of say 10.1.1.10. Now if your client from LAN is trying to access the server in DMZ, and if the combination, if the algorithm says it will consider the source IP address, so he will consider this IP address. But in this IP address, it will decide first of all how many link bundle it is. It is 2 link bundle. So he is not going to take the first 3 octet, he is going to take the last octet. And in the last octet also, he is going to find out the binary of this value. So you know the binary value of 2 is, right, 1 2 4 8 nibble value. He is not going to consider any of these bits. Why? Because it is a two link bundle. If it is a two link bundle, 2 power 1 is making what? 2. He is going to take only one bit, and that bit is 0. So he is going to select this link to send the traffic. Suppose the IP address of this host is another host, 10.3. Then this is what? He is not going to take 7 bit, he is going to take the last bit, and which is what? 1. That means if client 1 comes, which is having an IP address of 10.2, and if the algorithm is source IP address, he is going to select link 0, and if any other source comes in, he is going to select link 1. So this will go on. Sometime the answer will be 0, sometime the answer will be 1. Suppose if the IP address of this machine is 10.4, then what will be the value? 100. Answer is 0. If the value of this machine is 15, then so the answer is what? 1. It's going to select only one bit. Why? Because if it is a 2 link bundle. Suppose you tell me that it is a 4 link bundle. If it is a 4 link bundle, then he is going to select 2 bits. So what is the answer for 10.2? The answer for 10.2 is what? Again, link number 2. Why? Because see, which bit is on? So the link number is 2. Suppose 10.3 comes, the answer is what? Link number 3. Got it? So at any given time, the link might be 0, 1, 2 or 3. If both the bits are on, then link number 3. If one bit is off and one bit is on, then the link number 2. If both the bits are 0, like in the case of 4, then he will select 0. So at any given time, 0 link, 1 link, 2 link or 3 link will be used. Depends on the source IP address, whoever is coming. So source IP address combination in this scenario is good. Why? Every time the source IP address differs and the link is also differing. Clear, guys? Clear? Suppose you are telling me destination, then this is little bit not good, because every time if somebody gives the calculation of 10.1.10, he'll get what? Answer 8. And if it is a 2-bit bundle, if it is a 4 link bundle, then always the answer is 10. That is, second link will always be used for all the guys. That means all the other 3 links are non-usable. So what I tell you is, go for source IP address. Don't go for destination if it is a client server case. And always remember, the best combination recommended by everyone is what? Source destination. Because every time the source differ, every time the destination differs. Clear, all of you? If it is 8 link bundle, if it is 2 link bundle, then 1 bit. If it is 4 link bundle, then 2 bits. If it is a 8 link bundle, then 3 bits will be used. So if all of them are 0, 0 link. If all of them are 1, then 7th link will be used. Clear, guys? I hope your Etherchannel fundamentals are good. If you still have any doubts, you can ask me. Okay? Still I have mentioned. So In ASA also support EtherChannel bundle. So now we are going to make an EtherChannel bundle of two links between ASA and switch R10. Now before moving or proceeding to EtherChannel configuration, let me tell you, in EtherChannel we have protocol. What is this protocol? Now this protocol are called as what? EtherChannel negotiation protocols. So there are two types of protocols that are available in actual switches. One is PAGP, that is port aggregation protocol, and the second one is what? Link aggregation control protocol, LACP. How many types of protocol available? Two types of protocol available. One is PAGP and the second one is what? LACP. PAGP is Cisco proprietary and LACP is open standard. PAGP full form is port aggregation protocol. LACP means link aggregation control protocol and it is open standard. One minute. When it comes to configure PAGP, which is not supported in ASA, only in ASA they don't support PAGP, they support only LACP. But in normal switches they also support PAGP. Just let me give you a brief of PAGP. In PAGP what happens? One side of the link can be configured for desirable and the another side of the link can be configured for auto. Now desirable means what? The link which is configured for desirable invites the other end to negotiate EtherChannel bundle. That means desirable will try to invite the link which is configured for auto for negotiating EtherChannel bundle. So desirable and auto is the best combination. You cannot have a combination of auto. You'll always have a combination of desirable and auto. Got it? And PAGP Cisco proprietary and it is a EtherChannel negotiation protocol. What is EtherChannel negotiation protocol? Suppose you are forming a bundle with PAGP. This protocol is going to manage those links. If anytime anything happens to one of the link in the bundle, still your bundle will never fail. Because suppose you have added one more link. Instead of 2 links, you have added 3 links. Is going to immediately take that one link and manage it. Suppose you have added 10 links in a 8 EtherChannel link bundle. They will immediately take another link and manage it. If you don't have spare link, they will manage it in the 7 link only. Okay. Now the question is, what happens if you select LACP? Now LACP working is little bit different. One link is considered as what? Master and others are considered as what? Slave. So master is going to take care of all the links. He is going to decide which link will be taken into consideration if one of the link fails. In LACP you have a combination of active and passive. The definition for active and passive is also same. Only difference is the terms are different. Desirable and auto in PAGP, active and passive in LACP. Both are doing the same thing. Desirable is also negotiating, inviting the other end to form the ether channel bundle. Active is also doing the same thing. Auto is doing the same thing, waiting for the invitation to form an ether channel bundle. Passive is also doing the same thing, waiting for the invitation from the active side to form an ether channel bundle. With an only difference that in LSCP what happens, there is a master and slave relationship among the links. So in short, ether channel bundle is nothing but aggregating of the links. I told you the history why they came out with ether channel bundle, because they wanted to utilize all the links. They wanted to increase the throughput. If they don't do ether channel bundle, what will happen? Spanning tree is going to block all the redundant links and will keep only one link up. So if they really want to avoid this kind of things, they'll go for what? Ether channel bundle. There are two types of ether channel bundle: layer 2 ether channel bundle and layer 3. In our scenario, we are going to do layer 3 ether channel bundle with the protocol of LACP, link aggregation control protocol. Clear? Can we proceed for the configuration? See, in this scenario, you have two links now, and I want to utilize this both the link to send the traffic. I cannot change the IP address, or I cannot keep the IP address different, same on both the interfaces. So I'm going to manage these two server. So I'm going to form an ether channel bundle of this. Okay. So which are the interfaces which is connected? So I have E2 and E5 connected on ASA, and on switch I am having E0 by 0 and E0 by 1. E2 and E5. E2 and E5. Interface port channel, I told you, in normal ether channel, that is layer 2, you don't have IP address. But in layer 3 ether channel, you have to set the IP address on the port channel. So I'm going to create a port channel. These commands are optional. If I don't give also, it's okay. But I told you, speed, duplex, everything. So if your speed is default, don't touch it. If your duplex setting is default, don't touch it. Let it be default only. But if you are doing any changes to one of the links, you have to do it on both the links. So let's see. But first we have to remove the configuration from the ASA. We also need this switch. That is DMZ switch for ether channel configuration. So run interface E2. So what I'm going to do, go on interface E2, say no IP address, no shut, no name if, no security level. So I removed it, all the configuration from E2. Next is what? E5. No IP address, no shut, no name if is already there. So what I did, I cleared the configuration from E2 and E5 because I'm going to make them the member of ether channel bundle. interface port channel 1, channel port channel. See, if I want how many active links, I can say minimum bundle of how many links. So I say minimum bundle of, see, it's already given 1 to 8. You cannot have more than that. Okay, so I said I want to make a minimum bundle of 2 links. Port channel load balancing, though it is not doing load balancing. So many combination, destination IP. I told you, no, in layer 3 there is a combination of source IP, destination IP, source and destination IP, source MAC, destination MAC, source IP, destination IP, source destination. In fact, VLAN combination is also there. So I said the best combination is what? Source and destination IP. In fact, it is default also, but still, I'm just showing you the command. So what I am doing, I change the load balancing method. I change the port channel. Okay. IP address 10.1.1.1, 255.255.255.0. No shut. Name if DMZ. Okay. I need to also go on E2 and say channel group 1 mode. See, I am having a combination of active and passive. There is no combination of desirable and auto. Why? Because desirable auto belongs to PAGP and PAGP is not supported. One more option is there. If I don't want the protocol only, I can select on also. It's similar to the configuration of trunk. If you want manually configured as trunk, then you can use trunk, or you can use desirable and auto. So I said no, I want a combination of active. I want this fellow as an active. He's telling I cleared all the configuration from E2. It's okay. I go on E5 and say active. So when I say show run, channel group 1 mode active, channel group 1 mode active. Now I go to port channel 1 and say security level 50, name if DMZ. Why? Because I added these two interface in the channel group 1. One is nothing but the port channel ID. Okay. Let's see. Show interface, show route. Interface E2, no shut, no shut. Now see, still this port is not up. Okay, though I have given him the IP address, though I have given the security level, everything. So now what I have to do, I have to go and configure it on the switch also. See, I gave the port channel combination also, load balance combination also, but he is not taking. Why? Because that is the load balancing default methodology. If I go and give port channel load balance, instead of that, if I give source IP, and when I say show run, you will see that option he will take it, because this is the new option that I have given, not the default one. Default one is what? In ASA, the default combination is source and destination IP. So default is what? So when I said source IP, he immediately took that command. Earlier he was not taking that command. Okay. Still you see show interface IP brief, it is showing, but still it is down. When I say show route, still it's not up. So go on DMZ switch and find out the two interfaces which are already configured for trunk, E0 by 0 and E. Okay, no problem. Now I'll go interface range E0 by 0 dash E0 by 1. Okay. Channel group 1 mode passive. Because I said active on ASA, so I'm making this as what? Passive. When I say passive, automatically enable protocol is enabled is LACP. I don't have to in fact tell him that I want this protocol. I don't have to tell him I want this protocol. LACP currently non-relevant on the remote port. Let's check. Initially, you don't need this protocol. Trying to negotiate EtherChannel with this. Show EtherChannel. Do we need to use that command? I just forgot it. LACP maximum bundle 1, minimum 2. Normally you don't need it, because when I said active, and that is the only protocol available. Let me check. Still it is not up. Shut. No shut. Show route. Let's see on the switch. Show ether channel, port channel. It's waiting to be aggregated. LACP currently not enabled on the show run interface is 0 by 0 is 0 by 1. Now see what is giving problem. Let's check. Default interface is 0 by 1 and is 0 by 0. Okay, I just removed it. Show run interface is 0 by 0 and is 0 by 1. Once again, I'll go and say interface range E0 by 0 dash 1 channel group 1 mode passive channel group 1 channel group channel protocol LACP shut no shut suspended LACP currently not enabled on both the port. Let's see. Show run. Channel group 1 mode active. Port channel load balancing source port LACP. Let's see if you have configuration on port channel. Port channel. Now it is up. Let's see. Show ether channel. Summary. So it is showing that it is bundled now. P and P is bundled. Protocol is LACP. I don't know why it was not negotiating. I didn't do anything. I just went again and just added one more, the same command, active, active, shut, no shut. Sometimes it happens to negotiate. Rest is same command. These are all optional command. If you don't give also, it's okay. Port channel minimum bundle, you don't need to give. Optional command. Load balance is also optional. Anyway, now you see when I say show route, I can see. Let me ping my server. Yes, so both the servers are pinging now. What about this? It's showing. So ether channel, port channel. The protocol is LACP. I told you there is no option for PAGP. Number of ports involved is 2. You have created a port channel number 1. How many port channel you are going to create? You can go on creating port channel, but there is a limit. On this ASA, you can go and create 48 port channels. Each port channel will have minimum 2 link bundle. That means you can add 8 links also in each port channel. Huh? You can add 10 links also, but at any given time, the maximum number of link allowed is only 8. You saw the options available. LACP maximum bundle is of 8 links. These are all optional commands. If you don't give also, it's okay. So how you got this command? If you go and say show run, you'll see I didn't give the optional commands, so it is not showing. But you can give a lot of options available. Port channel 48. Now let's test how it works basically. See, this switch is acting like a passive. You cannot have a combination of passive-passive. Ether channel will not form. You can have a combination of active-passive. You can have a combination of active-active. But you cannot have a combination of passive-passive. What is the definition of active? Initiate ether channel bundle with the other end who is in passive state. Or you can say he invites the other end for negotiating the port channel. And don't forget, this is a L3 ether channel bundle. In L3 ether channel bundle, IP address is always given to the port channel, not to the interface. Even in switches also. Okay. So now already we have some access list applied. Let's check it's working or not. See, it's working. Shows CON in detail. You got the connection to 10.1.1.2 for telnet. Yes, you got the connection for 10.1.1.3. That is, the traffic is moving through that ether channel bundle. You won't be able to know which link is at present used. I told you, no. It depends on the algorithm which you are using. Accordingly, algorithm will choose. Now we have given source IP. So definitely, if the source IP is same every time, same link will be used. Because R7 is having 172.16.10.2. So 10.2 means 10, and 10 means first link. 0 means first link. So in both the telnet, first link was used. But suppose if I change the combination, instead of 0 source, what is the command? Port channel, load balance. I say destination IP. Now this time definitely different link will be used. If I do telnet to 10.1.1.2, what is the last IP? 10.1.1.2. So answer is 10. Zero link will be used. If I try to do telnet to 1.3, then link one will be used. 0 or 1. Understood?
Can you just explain the difference between the source IP and destination IP?
Okay, sure. This is my ASA, and there is a EtherChannel bundle between the switch and ASA, and that is L3 EtherChannel bundle. Server is 10.1.1.2 and server is 10.1.1.3. So who is trying to come one IP who is 172.16.10.2? So who is the source? He want to access, he want to do telnet. So who is the source? Definitely this. And who is the destination? This. So if you keep a combination of source and destination, what will happen? My algorithm, if you keep a combination of source and destination, which is the best combination, my algorithm will find out the binary of 172.16.10.2, but he is going to take only the last octet. And what is the last octet binary value? For 2, this is the value, right? And what is the value for again 2? Same. Because 172.16.10 is also 2 and 10.1.1.2 is also 2. So the binary for both is 2 only, no? But now what is the answer? All the other 7 bits will be removed. Why? Because it is a 2 link bundle. So if it is a 2 link bundle, only 1 bit will be considered. That is the last bit from right hand side. And what is the XOR value? We call it XOR values of both the combination. If the first address answer is 0 and the second address answer is also 0, then the link will be 0 link. That is the first link. Got it? If the source is suppose in our case, if 172.16.10.2 is trying to access 2, 100%, which link will be used? The first one in the bundle. Okay. Now you tell me, sir, this is the source, but this is the destination, not this. So this time the source is same, 0, but the destination is deferred now, because the destination is not having 10. The destination is having 11. How you got this? Nibble value. What is the nibble value? 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64 and 128. So what is the binary value of 3? 1, 1. So now what is the combination? 0 and 1. If the address 1 is 0 and the address 2 is 1, then the answer is 1. Which link will we use? Got it? You said no, this fellow is 10.3 now, and this fellow is also 10.113. So this is also on now. Source, because the IP address is 172.16.10.3, another user. So if the combination is 1 1, then the answer is 0. This is called XOR calculation. XOR. If address 1 is 0 and address 2 is 0, then the link is 0. If the address 1 is 0 and the address 2 is 1, then the link is 1. If the address 1 is 1 and the address 2 is 1, then the link is 0. If the address 1 is 1 and address 2 is still, the link is 1 only. Don't forget this combination. Let me write it down if you want in the table. This is possible only when you have what? Source and destination combination. I hope you understood. If address 1 is having a binary of say 0, picture from the reference instead of writing. I hope you received on WhatsApp. Just check it. Okay. So who asked this question? Shiva Kumar. Hello.
Yes, 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 yes. I
Understood?
understood.
Understood?
Yes, yes, yes.
XOR calculation is there. If it is 2 link bundle, it will always take the 1 bit of the address. If it is 4 link bundle, he will take 2 bit. And always remember, suppose this is your ASA, and if it is 8 link bundle, then he will take 3 bits. So you only think, no, if it is 3 bit, and if all of them are having a combination of zeros, then which link will be used? Definitely 0. If suppose they are having a combination of source addresses all 1, all bit 1, and destination is all 0, then what is the answer? The nibble value will be 7 only, no? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So answer is what? 7. 7 means last link. How you got 7? If all the 3 bits are on, what is the nibble value? 1, 2, and 4. So 1, 2, 4 is what? 7 only, no? All the bits are on. Got it? If all are zeros, then the answer is 0. If all are 1, then the answer is 7. So what are the combination you're going to get? All zeros, all 1, 1 0 0, 1 0 1, 1 1 0, 0 1 0. Got it? All 0 means 0 link, all bit on 7 link, 1 0 0 means 4th link, 1 0 1 5th link, 6th link, 2nd link, and what about first link? The first link. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Got it?
Yes, here there is no load balancing, right? In this case,
No,
it
no,
only.
no. They have given the term load balancing, but actually it is not doing load balancing. The term should be distribution of the traffic in an ether channel bundle. Distributing of traffic in an ether channel bundle. You cannot call it load balancing, but the syntax is load balancing. It's not doing load balancing, 100%. And you won't come to know because that algorithm is going to find out the link and he is going to do. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to worry about that. And you will not come to know until unless you put some third-party software to track which link is used. That is why I told you, the best combination is source destination, and that is the default combination even in ASA. Even in switch also you have that combination. Huh? If you want to find out, you see switch, show, no, here on the switch. Any switch you take, show ether channel load balance. See, the default ether channel load balancing is source destination IP. On ASA also, don't forget, the default one is that only. That is why when I gave first time the command of source destination combination, he never took it. Why? Because that was the default, so he never took it. But when I changed it, he took it. Because now this is not the default, so he's telling, okay, I'll follow destination IP. But in our case, it is the best to have what? Either source. So every time the source will differ, na? People are coming from internet, source will differ, but destination will remain same only. But if you give a combination of source and destination, more better use of all the links. So it is a recommendation, not compulsion, that you should always select that. It is a recommendation that if you go for a source and destination combination, you will be utilizing all the links in the bundle. Algorithm will be working very nicely in that ether channel bundle for selecting the links and all the links will be used. And I told
And
you,
in,
yeah, tell me.
and in case if you are not using the source destination IP, if you use only the source, either source or destination in for bundle the network, it's
Yeah,
which interface it's going to take it.
I told you, if you're using destination, if
Hmm.
all of them, say 100 people trying to reach this as the server, always one link only, no? If it is a 4 link bundle, you said, no?
Yes.
So 4 link means 0, 1, 2, and 3. And this is a ether channel bundle now. And you are telling me, sir, this is the server. So always which link will be used? Definitely, what is the binary for 2? 1, 0. Okay. So how many bit is
Okay.
going to use? 1, 0. So 1, 0 is what? 2, na?
Okay.
This link
Okay.
will be
Okay.
used.
Okay.
Always, always.
Always XOR function it will do,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Always second link will be used, definitely, because this bit is on. 4 link bundle. Always remember, if it is a 4 link, 1 link bundle, sorry, 2 link bundle, 1 bit. 4 link bundle, 2 bits. And if it is a 8 link bundle, 3 bits. Last 3 bits, huh? From right to left, like that. Okay. So 3 bits will be used if it is a 8 link bundle. Then only you will get 0 to 7 combination, no?
Okay.
They made it like that, the algorithm. And don't forget, ether channel will be there always in the industry. It is already there. And your ASA also support ether channel bundle with protocol LSCP combination. You can give anything, active passive, active active, but don't give passive passive combination. Ether channel bundle will not form. Just now you saw there was some issue. It was, my switch was not negotiating down. I was not getting route. I was not getting the interface up on ASA. So both switch and ASA should work in sync in ether channel bundle. If the ether channel bundle is not up, it is not going to work. That is why I tested no just now whether my traffic is going or not. If I am sending a ping suppose to 10.1.1.2 and I say repeat 1000, my traffic is getting distributed. Might be out of that two link, one link is using, because this is 172.16.10.2. So 10.2 will use 0 link. Okay, and how, which link will be considered the first? See, you made a combination of two links, na? E2 and E5. Okay, so E2 or E5. So when I go here on R10 and say show ether channel summary, you can see E0 by 0 is primary and E0 by 1. I told you, one link will be acting as a master and the second link will act as a slave. Show ether channel port channel. This is a working of LACP, that one link becomes the master and take the decision. So E0 by 0 might be the master and E0 by 1 will be the slave. You can find out also who is the master. Number of channel group in use 1, number of aggregators 1. Port channel 1 is up. S means S, layer 2. See, according to switch it is a layer 2, but for ASA it is a layer 3. If you are giving the IP address on the switch also, then it will be layer 3. Now at present it is layer 2. SU, capital U means in use. Protocol LACP. You don't have to specify protocol. When you say active passive, it is already understood. You're going to take a combination. If you're taking a combination of active passive, it is always LACP. You don't have to specify the protocol. If you are using desirable and auto, PAGP. If you are using on, no protocol. But I told you, ASA understand only and only LACP. There was no option of PAGP. Only option available was what? Active and passive. Any other questions? Okay. So this is very important topic, like NAT, what we did. Now, just as a part of, like many times the company is small, small office, home office. So company might not have DHCP server. So you can make my ASA DHCP server also. So how to make an ASA as a DHCP server? Simple. You have to make a pool and you are making this pool for which LAN. You can also specify the LAN. You can also specify a single subnet. You can also specify multiple subnets. Now, when you give the command on router, it is different. You say IP DHCP pool. On ASA, the command is different. DHCPD. D means daemon services. Daemons means hidden services. So DHCPD address, you don't have excluded command. So if you don't have excluded, you have to be very tricky. You can't say network. You have to give the start IP and you have to give the end IP. So if you're giving start IP and end IP, definitely 1 to 10 is excluded. So what I'll do, I'll go and configure this ASA as a DHCP server. So what I'm going to say, 192.168.10.11, or I say I want to start from 10.5. 192.168 10.254. Where you want this? The inside interface. Okay. DHCPD, domain name. You want domain name also to be given to these guys. What domain name you want to give? Octa.com. You want to specify the lease time. Lease time means minimum is 3600 seconds. That is 1 hour. I want 86,400 seconds. Now what is 86,400 seconds? It is 24 hours. 1 day. So I want the lease to be continue for 1 day. If I want 1 day, I say 86,400. Default is 3,600. That is 1 hour. I said DHCPD lease 86,000. Okay. So I gave address, I gave domain. I said enable. Where I want to enable? Inside. This is the last command you should give. Okay. Now what I'll do? I'll go on R3. Show IP INT brief. I have given statically the IP address to this. So I will remove it. Interface is 0 by 0. I'll say IP address DHCP. See, my ASA gave him one IP address 10.5. Why 10.5? I said start IP should be 10.5. Go to R4. Default interface E0 by 0. Interface E0 by 0. I am going to make him client. Sending a broadcast. I am looking for an IP address. Got 10.6 through DHCP. Through DHCP. Show DHCPD. See, the command is different. In your router, you have a command show IP DHCP binding. Here the command is show DHCPD binding. There is no IP term. He's telling I gave this IP address to this guy. He's making an entry. 86,400 seconds. 1 day. Now you want this address to be given to another zone also. Normally we don't give it to servers. But
Hello.
Yeah.
I just wanted to ask, why are there multiple MAC addresses?
This is a virtual.
Not MAC addresses.
Yeah, actually this is virtual this thing, no? That is why. Otherwise it is only single MAC address you get.
Okay.
1 minute. Show interface E0 by 0. Actual MAC address is this 3000. Show interface E0 by 0. 4000. So 3000 and 4000 is the actual MAC address. So this is something like, some he's getting it. Let's see on the switch what he is getting on the switch. Show MAC address table dynamic. See, he is registering proper MAC addresses. E0 by 2 and E0 by 3. 3000 and 4000. This is just because it's a virtual, no? Otherwise, it should register proper MAC address. Okay.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. This is, see, he registered properly the switch 3000 and 4000. Let me check what is the show interface E0 by 1. This is 901. No, this is not sending. Because initially the source MAC will not get translated. It should remain the same. If it is going in from the R3, it should go it from R3 only. Okay. Just because it is virtual, it is showing some different MAC address. So you can make multiple pools also. Like you are making it for one more guy. Say 192.168.20.5. That is one more VLAN. 20.254. Where you want. Again, you can't give inside. Okay. Because if you have multiple VLANs on inside, then you have to create sub interface and sub this thing. You cannot give. Okay. You can do it if you have multiple interface. Like for example, when I say show run E1, no. So interface E1, no IP address, no shut, no name if, no security level. I create E1.10, VLAN 10, IP address 192.168.10.1, 255.255.255.0, no shut. Security level 100, name if inside. Interface E1 dot say 11, IP address no. First I have to give the VLAN. IP address 192.168.10.20.1. Security level 100. Name if HR. Okay, here also I'll give some different name. Name if IT. Show interface IP brief. So I created two. Now I can make DHCPD address 192.168.20.5, 192.168.20.254. Where? For IT. No, for HR. IT is already created. DHCPD domain octa.com. Okay. So when I say show run, IT 10, 10. So when I say show run TSCPD, I created pool for 2 people, 10 and 20, and activated accordingly. Show DSCPD binding, gone. But I need to create VLANs also, or trunk also. Interface E0 by 0. Switch port trunk encapsulation dot 1Q switch port mode trunk. Show interface trunk. VLAN 10 and VLAN 11. Two VLANs 10 and 11. VLAN 10 name is IT. VLAN 11 name is HR. Show VLAN IT and HR. R3 belongs to IT. So E0 by 2. You say switch port mode access, switch port access VLAN 10. Show VLAN. So 10 and 11. Now go here. Show IP INT brief. Default interface E0 by 0. INT E0 by 0. IP DHCP, IP address DHCP to make a client. He should get 10 subnet IP. Other guys should get 11, 20 subnet IP because he belongs to VLAN 11. I need to also do one more command. Where you want to enable? See, that command was missing. As soon as they gave this, he got 10.5. Now R4 should get IP address from second pool. ASA should properly allocate. Then only is a good DHCP. Let's see. So don't forget that command, enable command. You need to give enable command. Enable command should see properly 20. How my ASA knows that this guy belongs to 10, this guy belongs to 11? He is having two pools, one for 10 and one for 11. So whenever these people are sending a broadcast, this broadcast is received by VLAN 10. How switch know? Because you told him that E0 by 2 belongs to VLAN 10 and E0 by 3 belongs to VLAN 11. This fellow belongs to IT. This fellow belongs to HR. So when R3 was shouting, hello, who is the guy who is going to give me the IP address? I am eagerly waiting for the IP address. Please give me. Who is the guy? Switch says, sorry boss, I also don't know. What Switch said? I also don't know who is going to give. But I will do one thing. I will forward the broadcast to the respective ports. So when he sends the broadcast, he put a tag. This guy belongs to 10. This guy belongs to 11. And this link is a trunk link. Don't forget that. At present, we don't use this link. So this is a trunk link. Frames are going inside the trunk links to ASA. ASA also understand VLAN IDs, because when you told him, ASA, there are two VLANs. One is 10 and one is 11. So this frame receives on this frame of 10 is received by this guy. Frame of 11 is received by this guy. And accordingly, they are being allocated from the respective pools. He got 10.5, he got 20.5. Firewall knows about trunking. Firewall knows about VLAN tags. He understands .1q tagging. He know that this frame carries, this frame is coming from VLAN 10, so I should give it from the pool 10. This frame is coming, so I should give him from the pool 11. Can go on creating multiple pools for multiple LAN subnets. He will give it. You don't have to statically give the IP address to those LAN users. You can make ASA DHCP server for all the VLANs. It might be 10 VLANs, it might be 50 VLANs. Clear, guys?
Yes, one question.
Yes, ask me.
Does ASA allow DHCP broadcast?
See, now it's a good question. This broadcast is received by ASA, so is accepting it. But if this is a broadcast for this guy, he will not allow. He will not allow.
Okay.
So in the next session, in the next lab, we are doing this only. This is the DHCP server.
Okay.
Or suppose, forget about router. This is the DHCP server.
Okay. DMSet.
So you're going to make this fellow as what?
This relay address. Okay.
Who?
ASA.
ASA. Why? Because your question says what? Will he allow the broadcast? No.
That's,
The answer is no. He is not going to allow. He is like a router only, man. He is a layer 3 device.
okay.
He will never allow. He will say, boss, no. I will never forward the broadcast. If you're coming to me, I am the DHCP. Okay, I will accept it and I will give you unicast reply. But you are asking me someone whom I also don't know. So suppose R5 has become DHCP server. He will never allow. You need to tell him that yes, this is the DHCP server. Please allow him. Then he will allow.
Okay.
So for making this fellow as a DHCP relay agent, that means my ASA support DHCP server also. My ASA supports relay agent also. Who is the server now? Suppose R1 router. Where is this R1 router? Outside. Okay.
Got it.
How to in router we have helper address. In router we have helper address. On ASA we have what? DHCP relay server. So simple. We'll remove this and see practically what happens, whether it's allowing or not. So you're going to do what? You're going to remove. No. Gone. So show run DHCPD. You can remove this. D means daemon services. Huh? That is why the term is DHCPD. Daemon services are hidden services. Okay. So I'm going to make R5 as the DHCP server or R1 as the DHCP server. Suppose. So how I'm going to make IP DHCP pool HR network 192.168.10.0. But before this, always DHCP excluded address. You have to first say excluded address. 10.1, 10.4. We have two subnets now. So IP DHCP pool HR network 192.168.10.0/24. Default router 192.168.10.1. Domain name octa.com. Lease, here the lease time is different. It's in days. I said 1 day. You can also set primary DNS. So the command is what? DNS server. There also it was there. Okay. Actually, we made a mistake. We had HR network IT should be like that. So just remove it. So you won't understand. This should be IT. Do show run pipe section DHCP. IP DHCP pool HR. Default router optional. Primary and secondary DNS. So we created pool for two people, IT and HR. Now let's go there. This fellow is struggling now. Default interface IP address DHCP, no shut. See, broadcasts are not allowed. R1 is so IP DHCP binding. Nothing is there. Broadcast is not reaching R1. So if it is not reaching R1 from R3, it's not getting IP address. Okay, so let's go on ASA. Tell him, please forward this. Okay, and enable it for IT. And this is our, in our case, it is HR. See here. I'm telling what? Hello ASA, you become the relay server, and this is the IP address of the DHCP server who is outside, and enable it for IT. Let's see. Got it? LAN 2. Guy from HR. See, 20.5. Activities there, see. Sending notification of discover. You must be knowing discover, offer, request, and acknowledgement. DORA. Show IP DHCP binding. 10.5 and 20.5. I don't know, the clock here is November 18. Yeah, so correct. November 18 is the date. Lease expired after 1 day. We said 1 day, no? So 1 day expires on November 19. Clear, guys? Everything is mentioned here in the sheet. No worry. How to configure router as a DHCP server. This is just example I have given how to make DHCP server with me. I hope you understood. Any doubt? So today we covered a small topic called EtherChannel and DHCP server. I hope you guys understood. If you have any queries, you can ask me in the next lecture also. Thank you. Good night. Take care. I'll upload this and send you the link. Okay.
Okay,
Bye.
good night.
Good night.